technology is always scary to a level or another every time in history. And it's like, okay, how are we going to use it? And where do we see it fits?
Let's talk about examples that we have recently done where AI really enabled our team to do something much faster than it would traditionally.
I think the best example was the latest Christmas campaign we did for Xiaomi in Eastern Europe. We got the pitch in the middle of October, which is really short notice for anybody who works in advertisement and productions. They know Christmas campaigns, we tend to shoot them around August, September. And it was okay, here's the idea. We pitch, client loved it, and it's like, we need to produce this in 2 weeks. To be able to go to all the different markets and to get localized and translated. So one of the things was, okay, how can we skip a lot of processes? How can we get there? There's clients who need a lot of visual help to be able to see how a film or a video is going to come together. So that's where AI came to place. It came to, okay, how can we visualize this storyboard there? How can we visualize the characters? How can we look at the camera movement? Not replacing our director, not replacing anybody in the team, but making sure that that communication landed really clear. So when we went to shoot, even though really long days in set, everybody knew what we were doing. Like that, it's one of those beauties that we saw of usually a campaign like that. Historically, you will take 4-6 weeks to get from beginning to end. To do it in that short term, I think that's proof of how this is such a way of using it. Can be great for companies, it can be great for different campaigns and teams. One of the things that in any campaign you will have an encounter from agency side is usually getting sign off of each of the stages. And if you need to move faster, you need to be able to have a flesh out a storyboard. AI was able to help us visualize those scenes, to be able to workshop them with the client, to be on call with the client and be like, okay, this is how the look and feel is going to be. This is how the products are going to show. This is the direction of the products. And then to take those decisions on the go. Because I think so many times we might be a bit more protective as creatives or how we want them to present. But in cases like this, we just need to be, okay, we need a sign off of this. This is looking like this. So AI was a great tool to be able to do that from a visualization, from a mood board perspective, from a storyboard perspective. We got there much faster. We have worked with Xiaomi for a long time, so they know how we work and we know how they worked. They trust us, and we trust their team to give us feedback, to be as quick as possible, to be able to get through all those stakeholders. I think from the Xiaomi perspective, they're really familiar with AI. They're on top of technology. So I'm not going to teach them how to. They're expecting that from an agency. For them is the minimum. If you're not already using these tools, if you're not up to date with what it's there for you to use, you're not even considered a partner. You're not even considered in the room. So I think it is that synchrony between client and agency that it's many times also needed as well.
Yeah, I think it's a good point, because there are brands that are clearly hesitant on, like, where do they use AI responsibly? Do they use it? And then there's other brands like Xiaomi that are like, if you're not even considered, right? Yeah. So I think that's, line walking.
I think it's aligning the values of the agency and the values of the client needs to be in the same place. We have those honest conversations with our clients into this is up to the point that we can take you, right. And what it's also within the law, what it's also ethically. And we have clients that will challenge that, clients that will be fully ready to listen, clients that are scared and are asking questions, and it's okay to be scared of something that everybody's talking about and you might not understand. And I think a great part of us workshopping, and I know Bobby, you and I lead a lot of workshops, is to ease that and put everybody in the same page, is a value alignment. And I think their technology is always scary to a level or another every time in history. And it's like, okay, how are we going to use it? And where do we see fit?
Yeah. I mean, people don't even talk about like, oh, that was photoshopped. Of course it was. And I think there'll be a day where like people aren't thinking of AI as this fakeness anymore, but just recognizing it for the tool that it is. I always get nervous when maybe not nervous, but I'm always like, my soul is sucked out when I see agencies that are like, we're fully AI, we have no employees. And my thought is like, then how does your consumer feel? Like, because it doesn't have that depth or complexity. And yeah, I love using it to automate things, but that just means we get to do more.
It gets for us to do the fun part. And I always say, let AI do the boring parts of the job. Look at the automations, look at AI agents to take away some parts of the workload. And then we get to do the thinking, we get to do the strategy, we get to do all of the ideation. That's what we all wanted to probably be in our roles, is to be able to be excited to do those things.